Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. In this lecture, uh, we'll be again taking up the problems on sketching even and odd component of a signal, but in this case, it is discrete time signal. Previously, in previous two videos, we have solved for sketching even and odd component, but those for uh, continuous time signal. Now we shall see how do we uh, get even and odd component of a signal if the signal is in discrete time. Okay, and the given signal is something like this. uh, the signal is varying from 0 to 3. Okay, the sample at n equal to 0 is 1, the sample at n equal to 1 is 2, sample at n equal to 2 is 3, and sample at n equal to 3 is 4. Okay, and rest of the n values, it is completely 0. Okay, uh, mathematically I can also represent this signal as x of n is equal to 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, so when I say just 1 2 3 4, which value of n is 1, which value of n is 2, which value of n is 3, which value of n is 4, we don't know, right? So for that we basically put an arrow mark here. When I say arrow mark, I mean this arrow mark, what does it mean? It means that the value of n at n equal to 0, the value of n at n equal to 0. Okay, so this is at n equal to 0, this is at n equal to 1, this is at n equal to 2, and this is at n equal to 3. N equal to 1, sorry, n equal to 0, value is 1, value is 1. At n equal to 1, the value is 2. At n equal to 2, the value is 3. At n equal to 4, the value is 4. Okay, so mathematically I can represent this discrete time signal something like this also. uh, in the exam or test, they might give you the sequence something like this. You have to sketch this signal and then you have to sketch its even and odd component. Okay, in case if they give you directly the signal, fine, well and good, no issues. But if they give in terms of sequence, you have to convert this sequence into graphical representation and then you have to take up the problem. Okay, now, so solution. So in discrete time, what is the equation to find even component? X e of what? N, right? X e of n is equal to 1 by 2 into x of n plus x of minus n. This is to find even component of a signal. Now to find odd component, x o of n is equal to 1 by 2 into x of n minus x of minus n. This is the formula to find odd component of a signal. X of n we have, right? X of n we have, right? But what I need is x of minus n. And how do I get x of minus n? The concept is same what we discussed for continuous time signal. Okay, so before we do that, let me split this equation. X e of n is equal to 1 by 2 times what? X of n plus 1 by 2 times x of minus n. What I need is half of x of n, half of x of minus n. If I know x of n, what do you mean by half of x of n? All the amplitudes in x of n is scaled by a factor of 0.5, right? So if I try to sketch half of x of n, so don't touch the independent variable which is n, don't do any changes, it remains same. Whereas dependent variable, the amplitude is getting scaled, right? By what? 0.5, right? So at n equal to 0, amplitude is 1, so it has to be scaled by 0.5. 1 into 0.5 is 0.5, right? At n equal to 1, amplitude is 2, it has to scale by 0.5, which is 1. At n equal to 2, it is 3, 3 by 2 is 1.5. At n equal to 3, it is 4, 4 by 2 is 2. Okay, what is this? This is half of x of n. Now what I need is half of x of minus n. If you know half of x of n, how do I get half of x of minus n? It is nothing but, concept is same, you just have to take or flip the signal around n equal to 0, right? All the amplitude is in the positive side of n goes to negative, all the amplitude in the negative side n goes to positive, right? Now there is no amplitude in the negative side of n which comes to positive, so all the positive sequence are 0. At n equal to 0, it remains 0.5. At n equal to minus 1, it is 1. At n equal to minus 2, it is 1.5. At n equal to minus 3, it is 2. So 2, 1.5, 1.5. So this is n. So this is our half of x of minus n sequence. Okay. So we got half of x of n, we got half of x of minus n. Now we need to add those two. So in order to add those two, I'll put these two signals one below the other just to make the problem simpler. So first sequence is half of x of n. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, right? So 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. So this is our n. Now what is half of x of minus n? So at n equal to 0, it is 0.5. At n equal to minus 1, it is 1. At n equal to minus 2, it is 1.5. At n equal to minus 3, it is 2. Now it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. This is n. And what is this signal? X e of n. And what is x e of n? 1 by 2 times x of n plus 1 by 2 times x of minus n. So I have to add these two signals, right? Now at n equal to 0, what is the output of the first signal? 0.5 plus what is the output of the second signal? 0.5. So 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1. At n equal to 1, what is the output of the first signal? It is 1. What is the output of the second signal? It is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. At n equal to 2, what is the amplitude of the first signal? 1.5. What is the amplitude of the second signal? It is 0. So 1.5 plus 0 is 1.5. At n equal to 3, what is the amplitude of the first signal? 2. Plus at n equal to 3, what is the amplitude of the second signal? It is 0. So 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay. Now since this is symmetric, so if you fold it, so those two amplitudes should overlap, but still we will try to solve it. So at n equal to minus 1, what do I have? 0 plus 1 is 1. At n equal to minus 2, 0 plus 1.5 is 1.5. At n equal to 3 is 0 plus 2 is 2. Okay, so this is our even component of the signal x of n. Okay, now to get odd component, so what is that I need? To find odd component x o of n, what I need is half of x of n plus minus of half of x of minus n, right? So instead of subtracting, we will convert it to add. So what I need is half of minus of half of x of n minus n, and then half of x. So these two signals I need to add. So this signal I already have. This is our half of x of n. But how to get minus of half of x of minus n? So I already have a half of x of minus n. So what I need is minus of this signal. What do you mean by minus of this signal? It's nothing but its amplitude goes down, right? So we will sketch one below the other. So first is half of x of n. So it is 0, 1, 2, 3. So it is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2, right? 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. So this is the independent variable. So this is minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. What is this? Half of x of n. Now what I need is half of minus of half of x of minus n, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Okay. So minus of this signal is what? All the amplitude in the positive goes to negative, right? So at n equal to 0, it is 0.5. Now at n equal to 0, it is minus 0.5. At n equal to minus 1, it is 1. At n equal to minus 1, now it is minus 1. At n equal to minus 2, it is minus 1.5. At n equal to minus 3, it is minus 2. Right? Now I need to add these two signals. So now the resultant signal is, so n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. At n equal to 0, 0.5 plus 0.5 minus 0.05, it is 0, cancels out, right? At n equal to 1 plus 1, 0, which is plus 1. At n equal to 2, 1.5 plus 0 is 1.5. At n equal to 3, 2 plus 0 is 2. Right? At n equal to minus 1, it is minus 1, no? At n equal to minus 1, 0 plus minus 1, it is minus 1. At n equal to minus 2, 0 plus minus 1.5, it is minus 1.5. At n equal to minus 3, it is 0 minus 2, which is equal to 2. So as I told you, for every odd signal, its amplitude at n equal to 0 should be 0, right? Here it is 0. Why? Because it is a odd signal. But for even signal, it depends. It might be 0, may not be 0. It depends upon the signal. Whereas for odd signal, its amplitude at n equal to 0 should be 0. Okay. So this is what? This is xo of n, odd component of the signal. So this is even component of the signal.